New video just released today giving us a first look at the boys rescued from a flooded cave in Thailand after spending more than 2 weeks underground. Some smiling, waving at the camera from their hospital beds. Now they're still in quarantine to prevent the possible spread of infection. But all 12 boys and their soccer coach said to be in generally good health. Each lost about 4 or 5 pounds before they were finally pulled to safety. We're also now getting a better look at the dangerous rescue mission carried out over 3 days by expert divers, helped by a big push to pump as much water as possible out of the cave network. The last phase of the effort wrapped up yesterday, with the final 4 boys and their 25-year-old soccer coach led safely through the dark and narrow route. And new details are emerging about the people behind the heroic multinational effort that went into saving the soccer team that got trapped while exploring the caves on June 23rd when rising water cut off their way out.
Extraordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Australian officials say 7 of their specialist divers and around 10 support crew took part, including doctor and experienced cave diver Richard Harris, who was reportedly one of the last divers to leave the cave, only to learn his father had just died.
If you can imagine being physically and mentally exhausted through going through a rescue and then have to deal with that when you're at your absolute lowest ebb, you've given your all, and then you find out the sad news about your father, who's your best mate. That's really, really tough.
Another rescue diver, a British Columbia man, Eric Brown, who's worked as a diving instructor in several countries. This morning, his family friend telling Breakfast Television Vancouver that Brown brought plenty of experience to the operation.
He's been involved in diving at quite a technical level for the last 10, 12 years and been in Southeast Asia, Australia, and I wasn't surprised at all that he was asked to do that.
Back to those boys in the hospital. They're expected to stay there being monitored for about 10 days before finally going home, where they'll rest for another 30 days or so.